They're not thinking about the future. Like, yes, you get the party on the day, but you should only get the party on the day if you're celebrating the rest of your life. If the rest of your life is going to be lonely and boring, then what's the point of the party? All right, welcome back to the party, everybody. This is Morty, and I am your host, Lunch, aka the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. Hit that like and subscribe, and let's party. So today's Father's Day. I had something special in the works for you guys, but unfortunately that fell through last minute, but that is okay. We are still going to have some fun. So we have this fun video here. I've had it on my playlist for a while. It's Ben Shapiro and a surprise guest. And shout out to Indie Phil for getting the secret word in the comments. If you want a shout out in the next video, make sure you wait till the end of the video and get the secret word for this video. Let's do it.
Today, we have a bit of surprise here on the Ben Shapiro Show. It's Brett Cooper from the comment section with Brett Cooper. For those of you who say that we've never been in the same place at the same time, either our green screening is fabulous or we are not the same person.
That's what I hear from everybody, that Brett Cooper looks exactly like Ben Shapiro's little sister, and seeing them right next to each other, facts.
Or it's AI.
Or it's AI.
Exactly.
Could be AI.
Yeah.
So Brett is here to tell me about pop culture because I'm, approaching 40 and I have almost four kids. And so tell me about pop culture, Brett Cooper.
I'm going to tell you all about pop culture.
Thank you.
I'm going to give you
So this should be interesting for us millennials, because I'm like right at the age where I'm kind of aging out of keeping up with what's going on. I had to look up what Riz means and like all this kind of stuff. So it'll be interesting to see where this goes.
a definition. No. Okay. So the thing I wanted to tell you about today, have you heard of Sologamy?
No.
Okay. So, like polygamy.
Yeah.
Oh no. Is this the people marrying themselves? Oh no.
Monogamy. Okay.
I can see the root of the word. I feel I know where you're going.
So it's a new trend. Well, it's kind of been starting over the last few years. Like in 2019, Emma Watson said that she was self-partnered. She was not single, she was self-partnered. And that is rooted in self-care, and that she did not want to call herself single because that had like a negative connotation. You're self-partnered.
She's not.
Talk about semantic obfuscation. It makes you feel bad to say that you're single. So instead, you are now self-partnered. What is this world coming to?
Not a they them though. So she's like a she her, right?
She's a she her.
So
yes.
she can't. She's not multiple people.
No.
Okay, got it.
She's just,
all right.
She's just being with herself.
Hey everyone! Come and see how good I look!
But now people are taking it so far that they are marrying themselves.
What?
Yes, so that's Sologamy. So I pulled some TikToks because they're not just saying, like, it's not just like, oh, I'm committing to myself and like, I'm going to work on myself, whatever. No, they're having wedding ceremonies, which is what I wanted you to look at. I wanted to be a real life Ben Shapiro reaction. Okay.
A few weeks ago, I went to a self-love wedding. So my friend, Marcy, I love you, married themselves for their birthday.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Holy moly. I can see why these people are living, let's just say, a very different type of lifestyle than probably any of you. And definitely me.
So here are some of those
Well,
outfits.
you understand why.
Jesus.
The ceremony was so beautiful.
Beautiful.
There was even a flower girl, and Marcy looked so beautiful. The whole ceremony.
What
made
is,
me
oh
wanna
my God, there's
cry.
interpretive dance.
I did shed a few tears.
Oh no! Oh no!
It wouldn't be anything without twerking. Of course there has to be twerking. And you would think that there would be a level of shame that, I don't want to be this desperate. It's a little bit of fun. Let's see what they've got for us and show how badly I just need the party, even though I have nobody in my life. It's one thing to, tell yourself that you're self-partnered, but to put together a whole operation and invite people to come see you marry yourself, that's crazy.
Oh no! That's a really cheap wedding cake for a
For a self wedding?
What in the?
Yeah, you only needed to feed one person. I mean,
Well, I mean, okay. So I understand. I understand. Like these are not people who are going to find partners ever.
facts.
So
This is their last resort.
this is basically the person who couldn't get a date at prom. They're like, well, I didn't even want to go to prom.
Exactly.
So they're not going to get married because who would do that thing? So
they're being proactive, and they're like,
they're getting
no.
ahead of it. They're getting
Yes.
ahead of the story.
Yeah.
Getting ahead of the story. It's like when Barack Obama in his memoir was like, I did a little blow. It was like he knew it was going to come out
So he
during
just
the
went ahead,
right.
yeah.
It's already out there. So like these people are going to be single for life. So but now they're owning the singleness.
Yes, it's
for life.
It's empowering.
Well, and that's the problem, is that we as society are framing this as something that's empowering, that you're taking back the loneliness or whatever it is, when really you're not. You're just slapping a different label on it and living your life as if that it's actually something different. This is exactly the semantic obfuscation we talk about all the time. And this is, no big deal. Whatever. She wants to marry herself. Her and her friends have a good time. No big deal. But it's the same type of thinking. It's the same type of tactic that leads to problems everywhere else in society.
Oh, it's the old Woody Allen line that masturbation is sex with the person he loves. So there you have it.
Exactly.
They're marrying the one they love.
This spiked during COVID because everybody was so lonely. And then coming out of COVID, all the women were apparently just drained because of the Zoom dates. And, they just spent all of this time inside and they didn't have boyfriends or anything like that. So apparently there were a ton of these weddings during COVID, and there were all these psychologists that were covering this, were like, this is like such a wild phenomenon.
So for that one, I mean, I'd seen the what it was called, Sologamy. I've seen that before, and I thought it was maybe a fluff piece for a magazine. I don't know how many people are actually doing this in real life, but if it is a trend that's starting to pick up, that's really sad. That's essentially women giving up, because it's, again, we talk all the time about the dating market and what women can do and what men can do and all that kind of stuff. And so it's not like these women are unable to find anybody. They're just being too picky. But at the same time, they're not thinking about the future. Like, yes, you get the party on the day, but you should only get the party on the day if you're celebrating the rest of your life. If the rest of your life is going to be lonely and boring, then what's the point of the party?
It's a little less they, them, and a little more self-love.
Okay.
Who's the child?
I don't want to know.
Another
That's sad.
of the same thing.
Sounds like I'll never have a father now.
Wow, so serious.
Yep.
This is
It's so elaborate.
This is.
I married me. And that's, again, what it's about. Like, I mean, obviously this is a bigger woman, but it's not like she's disgusting. And it's not like she couldn't find somebody if she tried, but she's not willing to change anything about herself. She just wants to be celebrated for no reason at all.
The sound of the price going up.
I do have a question. You mentioned that women were getting tired of Zoom dates.
Yeah.
Right. So I do have a question about that, which is why? That seems like the ideal female date because it's just all talking all the time.
Yes, that's very true. You just sit there and you're forced to talk.
Because whenever I go on a date with my wife, she's like, why aren't we talking more? So like, I feel like a Zoom date is, because normally on a date, like you just spend time with each other and you're like sitting there and the silence is okay.
Activity.
But on a Zoom date, like nothing's happening. So I feel like women would be like, there's an inherent pressure to talk.
Did you guys do Zoom dates? I mean, I kind of wasn't really dating during the pandemic for other reasons, but was that a really popular thing? I feel like if you were going to date, you were going to go out and do, whatever you could do, whatever was open, and meet out there. But dating on Zoom? Did anybody even do that? Let me know in the comments below. I'd be very interested to know. And if you're having a similar reaction to me, you will definitely find a home at the Indian Jesus Discord server where the party never ends. That's right. We're in there 24/7 having great conversation. And after every live stream, we go in there for the panel afterwards where you're not stuck behind your keyboard. You are actually on screen, whether you want to cam up or not. It is a great time. Come and join us.
And share your feelings. So women were not cool at the Zoom date.
I don't think they were.
Interesting.
I think
that's good. That's good for society.
I don't think that things progressed
be,
enough on Zoom dates.
Like to marriage?
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I think she's saying that like you can only get so much through a screen. Like a date is something that is more than just talking to the person. I hate that I'm going to say this, but feeling their energy, feeling their vibe. And maybe there is going to be some type of touch going on, physical touch that is going to elevate that date and maybe not lead to sex right then and there, but elevate the date to I'm interested in this situation. Whereas I could see on Zoom, it ain't much.
Maybe it was just like a symptom of the traditional Zoom burnout because everybody was just online anyway, and they were just like, they weren't being held enough apparently. But that one that we just watched, the comments were actually positive. Not about her, but people were calling her out on it. And she spent so much time debating these people.
Oh, that's sad. That's the cherry on top. It's not bad enough that you have to marry yourself, but then you go on and post all about it and the comments aren't happy and you have to engage with all of them. That is sad. That is, oh,
Like, the Bible says that in the last days, people would be lovers of self. I didn't think it would go this far. And somebody else said, my family would never. That was the thing. So many people showed up and they're applauding this
Right?
as if it's normal.
that's exactly what I was saying. That it's so weird that you would have all these people that are going to this event like, hey, maybe you should just go find a man.
What would you do if somebody invited me to a wedding with them? Like, you can't even get me to go to a wedding with another person. If
Yeah.
you're inviting me to a wedding with yourself,
Oh, I just wouldn't go.
not only am I not sending a gift,
Yeah.
I might send a drone attack. Like that's
What?
like that's horrifying.
Yeah.
Like
There's part of me that would want to go because it's so ridiculous.
well, it's great for your show.
Just
Like,
see
you bring
what
a
it
camera,
is.
and that's like amazing for your show.
I need those little Snapchat
Oh, yeah.
sunglasses. Have you seen those that have cameras in them?
You need
So I
like the
can
James
just sit
O'Keefe
there.
I've seen
team
those.
there.
Okay, so I'm not too. I mean, I guess that was years ago, so maybe I am showing my age a little bit, but I have seen those.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I wanted to do a video with him so that he could teach me how to be undercover so I could go do things like this because I think it would be really good content. But I don't think I could go in all seriousness. It would be for content.
Well, yeah. I mean, how could you go in serious? Well,
No.
I would just be laughing the whole time.
Yeah.
I do know people that probably would do this. Somebody else said, no words. If this was my friend, I'd be recommending therapy and certainly not showing up for this foolishness because it's enabling, number one.
Exactly. Where are the people in that whole group of people who showed up? Where are the ones who are saying that this was probably, in the first place, not a good idea for your own mental health, but certainly posting on social media was a terrible idea?
Narcissism, but it's so unhealthy. And it's mostly women. I mean, that first one was even more sad because that was like a 20-year-old girl. It's like if you've lost all hope
Exactly.
at my age,
Mhm.
like
It's
you need to change your behavior.
why are birth rates dropping in the United States? Why?
Because people ain't having sex. No, I'm just kidding. They definitely are, but not as much as I believe it's millennials or maybe Gen Z, one of the two. The first generation having less sex than the generation before them. I think just in general, the family lifestyle has been degraded enough that people are just not interested in having children. Okay, check out the rest of it. I just wanted to give you guys something fun. Like I said, I had something planned. It's still coming. It's still coming. What I had planned, we're still going to do it. It just fell through at the last minute, so I apologize. But I hope you enjoyed this. Once again, this is Morty, and I have been your host, Lutch, a.k.a. the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. And a special treat for you for making it to the end of the video, the secret word. Put the secret word in the comments and you can get a shout out in the next video. The secret word is father. Put father in the comments for a shout out. Until then, we are out of here. Peace.